power bank that simultaneously is also a phone case. So this is my Galaxy S10 and it's already in the power bank that I just unpacked. I ordered it from AliExpress. It was, I think, around 20 euros. So this is what the package looks like. And I had this case before, but unfortunately it eventually began malfunctioning. So I had it for about 4 years, I think. So in 2021 I got the battery case for the first time. And so now after 4 years it is just not charging properly any longer. This charging case now here has an input apparently of 2 amps and the output is also 2 amps. It charges via USB-C, so there is a USB-C port in here, and now what you can do is what I just did in reverse is slide the phone in and then it basically attaches to this port. Now a slight disadvantage to this particular design I think is that if it is now in here, then there could be a scenario in which now you bend this forward and therefore thereby damage the USB-C port if this now falls out, because well, either this one is the weak link or the USB-C port in the phone, and then the USB-C port probably is broken. The case has 6000 milliamp hours, which in terms of how many times you can recharge the battery would be maybe about 2 times or 1.5 times. But of course there is also a little bit of a energy loss if you basically transfer the energy from the power bank to the phone then. In terms of this falling to the ground, I think it's also quite a little bit of a risk that then the phone also falls out and then the USB port is damaged. I did have another phone, but I did have another case which basically had a harder slide on, but this had another advantage which this case does not have. And so the harder slide on actually meant, because of this edge display here, is that it basically went underneath the screen protector all the time, and so it was not very sustainable because I then had to change the screen protector a couple of times because, well, there were bubbles beneath the surface. So this actually was the one I preferred, also because it has a greater capacity. There is also a stand on here and there is also a button. Now it seems to be the case that if you slide it in that it automatically charges. I kind of forgot about this because the other case I have has not been working. I actually think I threw this away a couple of maybe 1 or 2 years ago, so the previous version of this. This is now from AliExpress. The previous version I ordered from Amazon, but the price was about the same. So it was 20 to 25 euros, I think, for both. So it seems to be the case that the one who imports these cases from China and sells them on Amazon, at least in my case, had quite a low margin. On the bottom we now have the new USB-C port that is now on the outside. There is also the speaker grill, there is also the port for the 3.5mm audio jack, and then, well, there is also a USB-A, which I think is quite useful if you want to charge additionally devices.